right, folks. Welcome to the January 16th, 2025 pull workout video. It is your host, Zach, here once again. And we've got a great one for you guys today. We've got some fantastic special guests, and we've even got, at the end of the video, we've got a pump check. Checking out the back, doing a rear lat spread, so you guys will get a little look of what the back physique is looking like, and it's really interesting. We're about to change the weight here in a second, but then I'll get into a little topic that's kind of adjacent to that. And with that click up to the 10s, I will get into what I was talking about, which is the interesting notion that everybody has certain spots on their body where fat deposits very regularly. Like anyone, for myself, for example, I've been quite a bit fatter, like closer to like 25 to 30% body fat, and I've been quite a bit leaner, down to like 6 or 7% body fat. And so through those different transformations, I've been able to see kind of where my body keeps fat, and so it's usually pretty apparent after dieting down, or in the case for me right now, dieting up, and you start massing once you start putting on fat, because it really is kind of inevitable if you're aggressively trying to put on muscle, then you're gonna have to bring in enough calories that are gonna end up putting a little bit more fat on you. You can limit it for the most part, though, and I think nowadays that's kind of the recommended way to go about it. Not doing that whole dreamer bulk thing where you like eat whatever and whenever, having whole pizzas and all kinds of junk, just slamming in the calories from whatever you can get your hands on. Probably not the best idea. Putting on a substantial amount of extra fat, especially the fat, around your internal organs, is really not healthy for them. So it's probably a better idea to moderately gain. So staying, depending on what your starting caloric intake is and what your starting weight is, I would say probably no more than like 500 extra calories. So we're getting into the superset here. So I did end up supersetting the incline curls with these. I ended up doing a bar, holding a barbell, and I used equivalent weight. So I ended up, for the working sets, I did 95 pound barbell, and I really liked it actually. With the straps, it like totally locks in, and so I just felt heavy, and then being able to like, I don't know, like it's almost like I'm pushing up and forward against the bar or something like that. I don't know, it was really nice today. I did 2 sets, so that must have been the first working set of dumbbell curls. So this is the second one here. Let's check out the form here. How are we looking? So eccentric, nice and slow and controlled. Good stretch at the bottom. Oh, and folks, we are only 30 weeks out, so I'm still massing for, let's see, we just finished off 3 RR, so that's 2 full weeks of 3 RR. So next week we are going to be starting January 18th. We'll be starting off leg day at 2 RR. So that's pretty exciting, pretty daunting. It doesn't start getting like really scary until 1 and 0 RIR. The 0 RIR week it has a very high, I think the technical term is pucker factor. I think is what all the scientists and intellectuals call it. So, the pucker factor is high on that one. It's a little bit daunting coming up to a barbell to back squat it and knowing you're supposed to go very, very, very close to muscular failure. A little bit tense, but hey, that's the route of overload that I'm taking. Volume and intensity, kind of like balancing those. That's my philosophy for progression right now, at least. Basically like pulling those two knobs, volume, increasing or decreasing it based on the different factors I've talked about before with delayed onset muscle soreness, like how beat up I am after workout, or like how disturbed the muscle feels after, how pumped it gets, how much of a burn I feel, how much tension there is, all that stuff. Using that as a guide to figure out how much more or less I should be doing at whatever given interval I'm training, right? So if I was doing a different split, that would look a little differently, but yeah, that's kind of just some insights into how I progress. And you guys will see, especially throughout this macro cycle, it'll be good to see, especially during a massing phase, because it's really fun to pick exercises during massing, because I've got a lot of energy, and so I can really do those super high raw stimulus magnitude exercises, because even though it's going to beat me up a lot, I'm going to be able to make up for that with the additional nutrients from the added food from massing. So, again, just another kind of look into how I'm looking at these things and what my strategy is going forward. So on to the next topic at hand. So how are my push muscles feeling, right? Because that's what we did yesterday. So chest is definitely sore. So are the triceps. Shoulders are not. Only the anterior deltoids are sore. Side delts, just barely. We'll see how they feel tomorrow. I might have to add another set of overhead press, which is really gonna suck, but hey, that's just kind of the way the game's being played here. Might have to look at exercise selection for the next block of massing, because that'll be the last massing block, actually. Basically, where I'm at with my timeline right now, it's looking like I'm probably going to do a little mini cut before a vacation I'm taking in April. Do a little mini cut, because I'll probably maintain or maybe even gain a little bit of weight on vacation, and that way that mini cut will probably offset that, or it should offset most of that, or just give me a head start. So when I get back in May, I'll probably deload for a week or something like that, or just do something to get back into lifting, and then I will proceed from there. We'll see. I'm always having to auto-regulate these things, so things could change at any time, but really the idea is to do that little mini cut. So yeah, what we got? Let's see, 1, 2, 3 more weeks of this massing cycle, then we'll deload for a week, then it'll be, what is that? That puts us at 5 weeks, so then probably 9, maybe 9 more weeks of massing, potentially 5, and then 1, yeah, and then probably 3 more weeks, so one more full macro cycle of massing, and then maybe a little mini bulk, and then a little mini cut, and then a maintenance phase for a while, and then we'll get into the actual contest prep, getting super duper lean. So that's going to be fun too, man. I can't wait to see how everything's looking, because I've been building this physique for a focus training, maybe only like 6 months, but I've been weight training for at least a year to a year and a half. Definitely a year consistently, like 3 or 4 times a week or more. And then a year and a half, 2 or 3 times a week. So, it's been pretty cool seeing the change, especially after not lifting for so long. I'd gotten pretty small, muscle wise, so it's been pretty cool watching things blow up, and especially not doing it in a bad way, because all the weight that I gained before, when I got out of the Marine Corps, was primarily fat, and so whenever I went vegan and lost all that, I was like, man, I'm like lean and kind of skinny, need to grow some muscle here. So that and a few other things, I just felt better. My joints and stuff felt much better. I was much lighter. I had a lot more energy because I was eating a much healthier diet. So felt really great. Started lifting again, started running. And then, got into those ultras and marathon running, endurance racing and stuff like that. And started getting interested in hypertrophy again. And here we are now on the Paratus channel making videos, and absolutely loving it, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying these. I appreciate everybody who's out there watching them. Just make sure you like and subscribe so that you can see whenever I keep posting updates, and follow the progress all the way up until we start getting shreddy spaghetti here in a few months. I'm super excited for that. I love getting lean, but I'm talking about it now. It's so funny. Whenever I think about doing something difficult, or really anyone, if you're thinking about doing something difficult, if you're like sat in a comfortable environment, you're well fed, you're hydrated, if you're safe, it's so easy to think about doing difficult things. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God. We've got special guests, folks. Here they are. These are the ones I was mentioning. Oh God, watch them. Oh man, that's a fast dog. And oh my God, the power. Folks, truly, truly magnificent to witness. I'm glad you're all here with me to see that. That was tremendous. So anyway, back to what I was saying about doing difficult things. It's easy to think about doing something hard, but in a cozy spot. But then when you're actually out there in the cold doing it, it's a different story. So, oh yeah, and I wanted to mention our last pull day on the 12th. I had noted that we lost reps. We also lost reps today, and so that kind of confirms that it was the changes that I made to form. So slowing down the eccentrics on those really changed the stimulus, made it a lot harder to get more reps. So I don't know. I don't think I want to go up to a heavier band, because then the bottom end, like the end part of the eccentric, is so easy. There's like no load at all, which is the worst because that's where I want it the most. So I'll probably just keep the band and just grind the reps out, and maybe I'll start doing long length partials at the bottom of the movement, and then like every 2 long length partials I'll count as 1 rep, I think is what I'm probably going to start doing. That way I want to get more volume, but I don't want to have to do a bunch of a set of like 10 or 11, and then 8, and then 5, 4, 4, 3. You know what I mean? It's not worth it doing low rep sets like that. So yeah, I'll probably do as many normal reps as I can, and then on subsequent sets I'll just do the same thing and then pump out as many long length partials as I can, and essentially I guess I'm just gonna blast lats to failure every time, because I mean it is the only lat focused exercise, and having approaches to failure be only, how would I get here, 12 and then 8 and 7 full reps. It's not a lot of reps, folks. So yeah, I'll bust out those long length partials. We'll see how that is. I'm sure it's gonna fry my lats, but that's good, I guess. So we are on to the flexion rows now, and these felt great today. You guys will see I've got a little bonus footage here at the end of the workout. I stripped down a little bit, did a little physique update for you guys so you can see what the back is looking like after a pull day, and just give a little insight. And it, kind of going back to what I was talking about at the beginning before I, of course, trailed off into my bajillion tangents here. The interesting thing is my upper back, I feel like, stays super lean all the time, and my shoulders too. Like, I'll see striations and stuff in my shoulders. They're not even that big, but the striations stay even when I get a little heavier. So it's just interesting to see, and I'm sure most people are a little bit self-conscious about their specific locations that they might readily acquire adipose tissue, where the chunk congregates, where it hangs out. It can be a little awkward for people, so I get it, guys. I'm the same as anybody else. I don't like the love handles, freak me out. I'm like, oh god, it looks terrible, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna head out, guys, and let you guys check out this physique update. See ya.